Yes, hello, hello, hello. How are you today? Yes, we are back here another Friday, another guest, a lot of energies in the house today. Wow, I'm so excited with the guest of today. Gather up, gather up. Here we are again, African women in Europe. Today's topic is a very interesting topic about diasporans. Yes, I'm very passionate about diasporans out there. Come up here, get to know what a diaspora is doing outside there. Amazing work. But how can we know it if we don't broadcast them, we don't talk about it? Supporting our community back at home. That's what they do. And I'm here with my guest. And I told you my topic today. I have my guest. We'll be talking about why it is important for diaspora to involve themselves in Africa business, how to manage your business from abroad, how to sustain and network, and much, much, much more. Because this guest of mine, I think some of you are from Germany. Come on, you recognize my guest here. Gather up, gather up. Write to me whether you can hear me well. Let me know from your side. We have a chat. Write to me whether you can hear as well. And I'm going to write to there, hello, everyone. Let me see whether you can hear us. We need to know whether you can hear us. Welcome, everyone. Let's see, gather up your friends. The topic of today is so, so exciting. We have a chat wherever you are, whether on Facebook or on my profile or on our page. Let us know whether you can hear as well. I can see you're all coming up, getting here. Yes, Kate, thank you for telling me you're waiting. Yes, Kate, thank you. I cannot wait as well to bring my guest today. She is quite an exciting lady. She had disappeared from Germany. Can you imagine? How can this lady disappear from Germany? Look, a very glamorous lady is here with us. Look at her. Yes, we have our Rachel Mwakazi here with us today. Some of you will recognize her because she's a power lady and is still a power lady in Germany, if you're especially from Cologne, right? I just discovered her from nowhere, and I'm amazed with the work she's doing in Norway. And guys, she's in Norway, right? And welcome, Rachel. Can you hear us? Can you hear me well?
I hear you well, Joy. Thank you. Is that me you are talking about like that?
I
Wow.
We have an
Thank
issue
you.
with the sound. We have an issue with the sound.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We have an issue with the sound. It's quacking and creaky, and we can't hear well.
I
Let's
wonder why.
now it's perfect. Now it's good.
Now it's perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank
Perfect.
you, Joy. I could hear you clearly. I had everything you said. Yes, it's nice to be back to meet you again. It's been 10 years. That's a long while, eh? So thank you for the invitation.
Yes.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for making time to be here on our platform. I can see there. Hi, good to see you, Jerry from Switzerland. I'm happy to see my
Hi.
frequent guest here already waiting
Yes.
for the Friday discussion. Can you hear? You're from Rwanda. Beatrice,
Wow.
yes, you're from Rwanda. Yes, thank you for joining from Rwanda. Wow, well done, well done. We are happy to see you. Let's tell us where you're listening us from, and let's get engaged here. Let us know where you're listening from. That's so important for us because right now we're in Europe. As I see, you see my background there, it's African women in Europe here with you. Present to you every Friday. I guess diasporans, we are here for the diaspora. See, what are the diasporans doing? You're all hiding, doing amazing work. And Rachel is one of them here, all the way from Norway. And she was in Germany. So, Rachel, I'll give you the stage. I know people cannot wait. Let me see. Everybody's excited here to get started. Let me see. Let me see. With lots of love from with a MSA. Musa,
Oh,
welcome, welcome. I can see a few people who recognize you are here. So
yeah.
let us know where you're listening from. That before, let me introduce my guest here, Rachel. Rachel is a dear friend of mine who has been with us some time back. I lost her contact for some time, and we had very good connection. She was living in Germany, in Cologne, empowering woman, lady on the media all the time. If you never saw this lady, she's still there. she can't hide. Even if she go to Norway, she is blossoming there and doing great, marvelous. And I say Europe is open for everybody. Can go to open door, and she's gonna tell us a little bit. Who is Rachel? What are you doing in Norway? Welcome,
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you, Joy. Thank you. I love it. You've never changed. Still bubbly, still very welcoming. Just the joy. I know, we are, even if I disappeared, I never left Awe. Awe always, eh? Awe forever. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm proudly an African woman in Europe, thanks to Joy, who's been doing a good job putting us together. Yes, I moved to Norway from Germany some years ago, but didn't disappear. I can never totally move away from Germany. So I'm basically always in and out of there. And I'm happy for the invitation to have the topic for today, which is on diaspora. I'm passionate about it. It's also a field that I am looking at in my studies, but more I am I'm a hands-on person, like Joy has said from the days of Cologne. So today we'll be talking about why it's important for diaspora to involve themselves in Africa business. But I guess you're waiting for me to make a formal introduction
Yeah,
of
no,
who
that's
am I, who I am.
the way you want it. Our platform is very easy, very bubbly.
Fantastic. I love that.
Everybody are waiting to know what Rachel doing. Tell us what you're doing in Norway. And anyway, we'll get to know this as we're going down
Yes.
the line, because that's what it
Yes.
is about here. To know what
True.
our diasporans doing outside there is amazing. So we'll go on with since we know now who is Rachel. She's now in Norway. Let's go to our first. What is it? Why is it important for diaspora to involve themselves in Africa businesses? Why is it so important for the diaspora to involve themselves with businesses? Why are we asking this? Is because I know you are very passionate with especially Africa and what they're doing, and you want to be involved in always representing them the right way here in Europe and back at home, and you're already very active on the ground. And why is it so important to do that? And I want to take this story back because I had put up on my post on Awe. Some of you here would agree with me. Go to Joy Awe. I think it's public. I asked people, give me five things that is good in your country. Yeah. And I told them to be nice to their country. And I was amazed the negativity we are presenting as diaspora of my country. And some of us, we have really good things. Stop selling our country that much. We are having very good product. Now, you coming here telling us about the diasporans, it's important to involve themselves in Africa businesses. Tell us a little bit about that, and then tell us about also your business.
Okay, first and foremost, like you've said, of course, we can't overlook that we are inclined to join the narrative and talk sometimes negative about our countries. But, I'm very sometimes I like, if you touch Kenya badly, for example, I don't spare you, because it is us who can really change the narrative. The familiar thing, like now it's going to Christmas, everybody will be there online trying to say how the African child needs to be saved, give a bit of this. And what are they saying most of the time? What surprised me is when they're talking about every 5 minutes, I don't know, a child is dying. Every 10 minutes, somebody is dying of malaria. There was those minute stories where there are just a lot of negative things being broadcasted about Africa. So I asked myself, whenever I'm trying to tell people to come to Africa, they are scared. And I can perfectly understand. I mean, if I'm inviting them to tour Africa and telling them to come as tourists, who would want to go to a continent where every 1 minute somebody is dying, every 5 minutes? I mean, when you're going for holiday, you want to relax, you want to enjoy. So I made it a mission of mine to really tell people the good side of Africa, genuinely the good side, where they can, even if when they decide to go, because I want them to get there. I want tourists to come to Kenya. I want tourists to come to Africa. I want them to see for themselves, because we have to change this narrative. Okay, so that's the part one. And then why we should involve ourselves in Africa businesses. Why not? Yeah, business is what is going to actually help Africa in the long run to be free from aid, because we need to trade. And why are we not taking the opportunities that are there? Personally, I am shocked. I come from a place which we are rich in gemstones, for example, Taita Taveta. It's known for gemstones, among many other things. Yeah. And a lot of people cannot invest because of the equipment that is needed sometimes, and a lot of things, many people who have the land or something, they can't invest in that because they don't have the capital. So why can't we in the diaspora start partnering with such businesses, for example, with our own people on the ground, and seeing the opportunity that is there? That's one example. But still, let's put that aside. Let's go for the low hanging fruits, where we come from. When we live in Europe, we have the exposure, and we know things which we have the background knowledge of what a European tourist, for example, is looking for. We are astounded by some things which we took for granted. When I took my children are born here, when they went to Africa, the things which they were amazed about is about the skies, the dark skies with the stars. I'd never thought about it until, when they were standing there. Wow, 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 and we see the starry nights from our shags, like we call it in Kenya, our rural areas. So can't we work along those lines and package our products, because we have this knowledge? Can't we make it into things which can offer opportunities for us? I'm passionate about the tourism sector, because I know, apart from this year, what's happening, which, let's not waste this crisis. We all think about our retirement plan. We are always thinking about how we want to retire back home. I mean, we've had these conversations among ourselves where we are like, sometimes when we face things, when we are young and strong and we can work, and we have to justify our presence in Europe. What about when we are old and frail? Yeah, will we survive? Are we going to manage staying in the old people's homes? It's another culture. It's not bad, but we want the shocks, that scares us a little bit. That's a topic that people discuss. So I feel like now diaspora can start exploring tourism, because you can start setting up your tourism, your home in Africa. Very simple, very ecological, support the environment, support the causes, that for a better world, for a better future, and have it in plan that you can turn it into something that gives you some money while you're waiting towards going to live there during your retirement, God willing. So that's part of what I think, why we need to involve ourselves in diaspora business.
Yes, yes, I love that. You can hear me?
Yes, I hear you,
Yes,
Joy.
I love that, because it's so important how we really we also market ourselves, as I said there, and you said it all. Let's just be. Why would you not involve yourself with your own home country business? And I can see some people joining on my chat here. Some of them are doing Janze. They're doing coffee from Switzerland. Well done, he's there,
Yes,
and we need to make the implication about it. We are the representative of our country. How
yes,
can we be part of it? And you have been doing this quite well in your area in tourism. You guys, I don't know whether you saw that. I'm going to share my screen here to show you. Just, I hope you can see it on the bottom down there. I was going to get the photo, but I'm going to get it for you straight away, the real one, so that you can see the kind of the culture of the businesses that she's bringing out. She started a very great, simple story, and I'm gonna be laughing about this because she's living my dream. She's living my dream. I don't know whether you understand that. I have my vision board, and I had drawn whatever I want, and she comes and tells me, "Oh, this is what I'm saying." Are you serious? You have my vision, and that's so interesting. How we all looking at how can we present our country, continent well. you have a very good model there where you bring tourism. It's for, you call it eco tourism, right? So tell us about that and your business, and that particular, how you package it to be interesting to bring tourists from Norway, and actually how you came to it. It's also very interesting to give
Yeah.
people an idea how you can really get to know what you can support, because at the end of the day there's so much in the continent, you don't know exactly which one should you go for, right? And sometimes you really have to start looking from where you come from. Tell us
Yes.
about that.
Yes, okay, Joy, one of my slogans is always, we are at the grassroots, we listen. Yeah. So I like listening to people, whether I'm in Norway, whether I'm in Germany, whether I'm in Kenya. I've always been a listener because I found I learned quite a lot. I get to get some enriching things. And it's funny how I started this ecotourism thing. I won't say it's a coincidence, I'm a believer, so I will say it is a divine, it's destiny, divine, yes. So what happened?
I'm
It's
laughing.
for the,
You're
it's,
living my dream. It's a divine.
yes.
It's a vision.
It's a
Go ahead.
vision. It's a vision. I have always been, though I grew up in Nairobi, I've been a girl who loves the rural area, and I've always loved my relatives in the rural areas, whether it is in Taita or in Kikuyu land where my mother comes from. And when I left Kenya, I remember people coming all the way from up the hills in Taita and bringing me things, avocado, whatever, everything, they were coming to say goodbye, and such love. And what did they tell me? And go and study and come back and bring change. Those were the words I was being told by everybody. Don't forget us. And I took it to the heart. And throughout, trust me, I have been looking at that area and thinking, how am I going to do something that's going to help people? Because I know, thankfully, from the exposure in Europe, that you cannot build an economy on aid. We know that, yeah. So we'll have to see the sustainability, yeah. And lucky enough, also my studies are in those areas. So I just decided, what are we going to do that can really bring in the community that I love to have opportunity to for jobs. So when we came to this area, one of my father's and mother's places for in the farm. I saw that trees which used to be there have disappeared, a lot of patches because they've been burnt for charcoal. And at first I was like, the normal thing is to complain. Who burns trees? I don't know what. Don't they, people know about the environment? But again, I decided to listen to the people. And they told me that is the only economic activity available. I wanted to change this little by little with the low-hanging fruits. So what did I do? I said, I explore the area of tourism based on the things that I'd seen my children like saying, wow, the starry skies here. And my husband being shocked that we can see the Kilimanjaro from our farm. And then now I have to look at what do we have? Yeah, I'm a positive person. I always don't see what I don't have. It's what is there? What can I start with? I love the red color of the soil. So what did I do? I designed, first I built a hut. People went, wow, a traditional hut, and people wanted to come and sleep in an African hut. And I knew, fantastic, good. So then I modified and built this one, which is being shared on the screen. So I decided to use the soil which is there, buy the Makiga machines, make the bricks there. It impressed me because it meant that people are going to get some work making those bricks. People are going to earn skills. I will have the design I made for that one. I need carpenters, I need welders, I need all sorts of people down there. And every time I'm sent for pictures from there, and there is a beehive of activities going there, and I'm told this is the one who is doing the carpentry, this is the welder, this is the electrician, this is the builder. I'm so happy because I can see people getting their income. there. So the driving force for me to do that, actually, like I'm saying, was to help my community in my little ways, and that's why we are there today.
And
Yes,
it's amazing. It's amazing. You call it eco
yes,
tourism, because that's
yes,
something very interesting about the eco, and that's why it's so unique. Could
yes.
you explain my people so that they understand what is eco tourism?
Actually, if I start explaining it, I will get a lot of arguments from the specialists in that area.
Don't worry,
So
don't
I'll
worry.
explain
We
it with
don't.
my own terms. For me,
Yes.
what was important, I don't lose myself so much in words. Yeah, like buzzwords. Yeah, I like to leave them practically. Yeah. So for me, the eco part of it is that the buildings there, they're all ecological. Yeah, we have built basically with that red soil and a bit of cement. Um, a lot of things are just taken from there. I Thank you. Now you've put
It's
the fire
amazing to see
pit.
the red
Yes.
soil you're saying. Now I
So
see the red soil.
yes, so the red soil, and then it's about the story that I want to tell. I love the fire pit, had to do it because I love listening to those stories. It reminds me of my childhood gathered at the fireplace in shags, just like you're saying, I'm living your dream. And for me, that is also my dream, my childhood, the things that I treasured as a child, sitting around the fireplace, putting some potatoes in the fire. So I wanted to do it in a way that, of course, now I want to repackage, not to lose the heritage and the tradition in it, but also to embrace modernity. I'm not against advancements. I love technology. I love discoveries. That's why you're saying from the round heart, I could make a heart which inside is quite luxurious, I think. And that's an old picture. Now it's really apt. And yeah, so those small features
Yeah.
that we can use with whatever we have,
Mhm.
it's about also a model that people can copy easily. I like it when people come to the
I'm copying.
people come to the farm and they're like, ah, Yani, this can make something like this. You mean even me, I can do it? Yes, of course you can do it because we when good things are copied, you also feel flattered. And it's good because if people
Yes.
put up their ecotourism things, if people learn to tap into
Mhm.
ecotourism, then they can benefit from homestays, because then they can post their pictures and show this is where I live. Come and share my place with me. It does not need to be a hotel. It doesn't need to be a place that is all tiled up and what? No, just natural,
I love that.
simple, relaxing. Yes,
I
it's
love
rural,
that.
rugged, real.
Guys, I hope you're enjoying this conversation here. I can see people there writing to me. I am enjoying this, and I hope you're enjoying the video. You've been in Europe, you've been in these hotels, high levels, and you're thinking, hey, hi, thank you for joining. I hope you're motivating you from here. Elizabeth, watching from Nairobi. Welcome, welcome. Victoria, I am in touch with Zambia daily. Well done for coming here to listen. And my members are here. Elizabeth, doing great work as well in Europe. You'll be here as well. Wante, love this so much. Welcome, welcome. I mean, it's amazing because I wanted to show my guests to see what we are talking about. These are probably my grandmother houses, but has been upgraded a little bit with that touch of feel. I mean, I love this, and we even have an architecture who actually can do this if you really want to get to it, and the idea about it, and can see also she's using the local people from to support the local people, women, to stitch this patchwork blanket. So everything is done very local, and even like building these kind of hats and bringing, look at that, the candle lights. It's just so homely for me. I don't want to go to a hotel. There's so many hotels here. And anyway, the most important thing I like about this is the way you have involved the community around. As you know, the skills back at home is a really big challenge.
Mhm.
when you went building this or bringing this idea and the level you have in your mind, you know exactly you're living in Europe, the standards are just the highest because you need the standards to reach to your
Yes.
customers, and then you want your people to. How was it to bring the skills to the people on the ground so that they can do exactly what you wanted and bring your vision? How was it? And did you go to their own ground to do this?
Yes, Joy, really, that needed divine patience. Yeah, what I can say, the skills are there. Yeah, sometimes it's just like I say, it's just the way of working that the people have embraced. Because I didn't have to take anybody to go and do for me that, from abroad. And I think they've done a good job. I can say it needed divine patience, and you have to have the time. Sometimes at the beginning, I had to really um, supervise and micromanage things, which was really in conflict with my style. Like, I'm used to more a flat kind of leadership. So getting into that where I really have to follow everybody specifically what they're doing was really, really hard at the beginning, because I still had the German way of doing things, or Norway, I can say, where you get a fundi, you agree with him, you tell him this is what you want, or you want this one fixed, and then I go about doing other things. When I come back, I can't believe what I'm seeing. It doesn't make sense. If you're on some sites where they show you what some construction workers have done in your site, and you think, who does that? Yes, it is real. Yeah. Um, that was the most challenging part, that some of the things I had to be there. But again, you're only there most of the time for only a month, because you have to come back to work, you have to come back to business here, you have to, you have to get where to your bread and butter comes from. So are you going to sit there and fuss about everything? So for me, I just took it once. I took it as it came, and I utilized the tools that I had. At that time, it's WhatsApp, and really had to tell the people I need even pictures. I think I have developed quite some photographers there who have learned how to make good photos, because I'm like, this photo, I can't see it. It's out of focus. What do you mean? Okay, you need to look at it. If you've never been there, does it tell you the story? No. Okay, try to make it that it tells me the story. What do you want to show me? What has the construction worker done? Yeah, because you have somebody who is supervising, and they show you, and you're able to correct, and the people, they're happy. They don't get angry. That's the good thing about it. They don't go like, oh, what do you think? No, I tell them, please, you just need to put this straight. You have to put this, now it comes when it's the decoration and something. And of late, I've also embraced Zoom. I think I've shared with Joy.
It's amazing. I mean, my listeners, thank you for joining me. I can see you're all catching up, but I just want you to visualize when you're doing a business from abroad. She is be having a guest house, and I don't know, the guest hats. I don't know how to call it. It's a very unique traditional way of bringing our culture, bringing cultural tourism to our people, the diaspora people, not only for the European, also for you guys, if you want to go and enjoy yourself there. It's a nice opportunity. I've already booked myself because I need to see my dream, if it's really my dream. And then the idea is that I like the way you manage it. I wouldn't say micromanaging, and the skills. What I'm hearing here is a lot of skills you're practicing from you being here and bringing to our people and helping them to catch up with these skills. So you're putting your video, and I'm telling you, these are picture this, my people. You're having. I've seen her doing this. She gets a video, Zoom, put it on. You're folding the towels. Your guests are arriving in 2 hours, and you need to get that place in order. And she's controlling to check the towels are in the right place, the soap is in the right place, the bed, the one I showed you, the beautiful bed there, it's all set and according to the standards that the guests who are coming can come to this. This is so genius, and I think it's a very important role for us, diaspora, to pass these skills. And I'm talking, she is not in the city. Can you tell them where you are? Because some people are thinking you're in a big city. I think you can see from this photo, we are not in a city, okay? We are really in the village, in the give us the geographical come up from the big one to the continent, to the country, to the city.
Okay, we are in Bundus, as they say, really in the interior of the rural. It is in Kenya, in a region, in a county called Taita Taveta, a small village called Mbulia. Yes, this place is in this. If you look at it in the map, you will find we're very close to we are at the one of the biggest national parks in Africa, Tsavo East and Tsavo West. Actually, the nearest to our town there is Voi, and that is the gateway to Tsavo East National Park. So this area, when I went there, I have clips. You can go to YouTube after and hear the conversation, some of them with the community, where they tell me, what is here? That's the time when the first time that I went now in looking into what I can do there, I didn't see any sign of life. I'm telling you, I did not see even a lizard. It was that dry. It was dry. Yeah, because it's a semi-arid area. And of course, with the situation, with the climate change and the shifting weather patterns, there is really, it's real. Yeah, I can say, because that place has changed. And no water.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, it's now
think,
you know where she's talking about. As I told
yes.
you, it's in a semi-arid area. If you don't know what a semi-arid is, I'll show you the picture again. That's how it looks like. It looks greener now, and she has really done a lot of work around it. So let's talk about another aspect of this. The whole what you're doing, the impact. It's just not the tourism you're bringing in from Norway. You're bringing intercultural. There's a day that you have that you're bringing the culture to the people, the people from Tsavo. They're coming, bringing the African dancers to present to the guests. And how is that? Can you tell us about it? Because it's a ceremony you do every year.
Yeah, I have a very vibrant event called Dancing Savannah. And I'm not saying it's not mine. It's we did it together. It's for the whole community and family. They own it. Yeah. What happened is when I got married in Norway and had my wedding in Kenya, people saw these wedding photos, because my wedding, I had the best limousines. Of course, it was tuk-tuks. And I was
Tuk,
carried with a
guys.
tuk-tuk.
Love
Power.
that.
So, and there was a lot of dancing because I really wanted something that my guests who are coming from many different countries around the world to experience my culture, my place, and things which we enjoy. So after that, the videos, people were telling me, next time there is a wedding in Kenya, please arrange for me so that I can experience this. So these are people from abroad telling me they want to experience a Kenyan wedding. Yeah. And you know that people don't embrace so much their things, because I just thought, okay, how am I going to they'll go to a Kenyan wedding and they'll end up with a wedding like it's in Hollywood. So what do? It's this dancing that they like, then I will just curate an event, market it to them, then they can come for this event. It has everything that was there in our wedding apart from the bride and the groom. Yeah. So, and they give them 24 hours to dance real African dances. So what we do, we gather in July, we open with prayer, and then we just invite the traditional groups which are there, everybody who has something to showcase what they're doing, how they're using their artistic talents. Then we dance together, from gospel to traditional to drumming, and we finish, we go on to a film at midnight. It's become a tradition. At midnight, we watch a film. Last year, it was Black Panther. So, and it's all in the open with all the bonfires around there. And in the morning, the people are still not tired. We finish on Sunday with Thanksgiving. And there is a lot of food, a lot of celebration, a lot of tea. For the people who know our community, Taita Taveta and tea They are one. They were created on the same day. So so with a lot of tea, yeah. And yes, so it's a very nice festival. Again, people can watch it on YouTube. Just put Dancing Savannah, Taita Taveta or something, and it will pop up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing the way you're saying it, and the community you're involving them, the culture. Fine, they can see they can go to safaris. Savoy is not far. They can travel there, and I like the way the other aspect that some people don't see here is about the where you have this land. This land was your family. Some of us have bought some lands. We don't know what to do with them. They're very far away. We are here at Diaspora. We buy so many lands. These are simple things that you can do on that land, and that's the same thing that happened here with Rachel. She had a huge piece of land. What do I do with this? How can I maximize it? And there she is with a concept that is really working, and she's also helping in the community with a lot of stuff. She's also making soap and a lot in the area. I mean, the whole, and this soap is very natural. And the other part that I really wanted you to tell us about, and I think some people saw that on the photo that I shared there, and I'll share it again from our banner so that you have an idea what I'll be talking to you right now. So I hope you can see that beautiful giraffe there. It's not like I don't think you. I think you can see it well. That's a giraffe made from. You'll tell us more what it is. I don't want to speak the whole idea behind it. The people you are helping, My Tribe Art. So tell us a little bit about that. That's another branch. You're also supporting artists around you from your area, youth people who are doing artwork with of course natural how do you say this, these products that have been recycled, that you need to do something about it, and also artwork. Tell us about that, about what is the My Tribe Art, how are you
My
supporting
Tribe.
these people?
Okay, My Tribe is art. Actually, it's more owned by the youth, not only from Taita Taveta, more from Nairobi, Mombasa, and around Kenya. We started in Taita Taveta, and this was, like I said, I'm in the community. We are the grassroots. We listen. So when I'm listening to people, I try to see how we can best help in their challenges, help each other. We all have challenging times in our lives, huh? And it doesn't have to be money challenges or something. There are a lot of other different things which are challenging people. And for this, My Tribe is Art, it was in 2017 when we had an election in Kenya, which was, had to be repeated, and what. And at the background, what people were forgetting, there were a number of youth who were struggling to earn a living, who were suffering immensely. Yeah. And when I talked to several of the youth, and and you realize a lot of them are really at the border of depression, or even when people start saying, "Ata afadhali nife," it's better when I'm dead. So we know that it is a crisis. And because, like, I still maintain that aid is not the solution. Even if I decided to send each of them a certain amount, I wouldn't afford that. I can't afford, an upkeep for so many youth every day. So what we did, we deliberated here and said, okay, Christmas is coming. I asked the youth first, what do they have? What do you have? What is in your hands? Yeah. And I realized we have so many youth who are really artistic in various ways, from music to culture to, to handicrafts and what have you, really beautiful, amazing things, pictures, drawings, and what. So I decided with my family and my relatives here and friends, I just told them, could you consider buying artwork from Kenya this Christmas? Could you buy some things from our people? This is the situation. I talked in the church where I pray. I told them the way you can help me is purchasing these things. These are some of the things. And the people bought. I was happy about it. My youth, a number of them, I think they benefited from that, and they were enthusiastic, and they decided to move further with this, because the tensions in Kenya, remember, they were because of tribal. I don't know, this tribe, this tribe, this tribe. So I just told the people, I've started a tribe. My tribe is art. I'm not interested in those tribes. I am so tired of all these tribes. I just want a tribe that we relate. And since I'm an art enthusiast, that was also good. So that's why we ended up being an art tribe, which is growing by the day. We have had exhibitions in Norway. We have had exhibitions in Kenya. Last year, we partnered with Alliance Francaise. And I think through that, the art scenery in Mombasa especially has totally woken up. I see some of the youth who before were struggling. Now I can't even get them to do a job for me, even a paid job, because they are so busy. They are booked, which
Wow.
makes me happy. Yes. And anybody in Mombasa can visit them. Tell me when you're in Mombasa, I give you the contacts, go and visit them. When you're in Nairobi, I have artists in the group who are in Nairobi. I have young people, not only we interact. It's a whole network that is really vibrant and active. So that's where my tribe is at came from. So
Wow. There
so
is so much.
allow me to crown myself a tribal king now, tribe art.
Tribe art. I know, but it sounds really, really good because at the end of the day, you're helping the organization, you're helping the youth. As you say, the mental health and the mental illness it's really hitting very high our youth, whether it's in Europe, Africa, the most, and especially when there is no, they think there is no possibility, and there you are, we are supporting the youth in their artwork, and during artwork it's also a therapy for so many of them. This is
Yes.
great idea that you bring there, what you can support, and the as you can see there, the photo I showed you, the giraffe there, that one is made from go ahead.
I can tell you about that one. That one is actually made by a company in Kenya. The company is called Ocean Soul. It's in Karen. Yeah. And I have that giraffe here in my balcony. It's called Giraffe Zuri. Yeah. I love their products. People love them. I introduced them here in my area of Norway, and the stock that I had really moved. And it's a company in Kenya. Why I work a lot also with them, why I've embraced them, is because they employ a lot of artists. There are a lot of artists who get their income from there. Every day when I was in that factory, I just saw between 50 to 100 people working on slippers, shaping things, carving things into artistic, beautiful things. So I always say it is good to support businesses that are doing something in the community. Yeah, they are directly impacting the community. So every business which helps in job creation, I'm happy to buy their products most of the time. And of course, there is a standard. The products have to be good, because we are not saying that you can just sell anything in Europe. Yeah, when they're good products, which we really have. And the giraffes, you remember, I think you've mentioned I was in Cologne. In my shop in Cologne, I used to have the wooden giraffes, and it was a favorite of people. I mean, those things used to sell like hotcakes. But now with the environment challenges and trees, people are shifting, from that. And I was so happy to find, wow, there is a beautiful alternative, and it does something, because these are slippers fished from the Indian Ocean. Again, the people who are fishing those slippers, when I look at the clips for that company, it is women getting an income from just things which could as well be left to just swim and harm the ecosystems. Yeah. So
Wow.
my love for environmentalism pushes me to do these things, and has pushed me into social entrepreneurship, we can say. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so impressive what you're doing outside there. I hope my listeners, you're enjoying this discussion here. It's getting quite interesting. We have talked about why is it important for diaspora to involve themselves in African businesses. With different businesses right now, we're talking about supporting the artwork. You can either involve yourself on the ground, and it is manageable to work from abroad. And this, I will be bringing more guests talking about this kind of diaspora. What are they doing on the ground to give you an eye opener what else you can do. It doesn't have to be big and small, something to support the on the ground. Because right now, the eyes are on the diasporans. This is our time. This is our time to go back and support our people with our skills. And I love the way you say there how you have helped them in terms of bringing the idea, the skills, and the quality you want. You have your dream, and they brought it to your business idea, put it there, and they can even actually build it. These houses that I was showing there, she didn't say the details, but she told me about it. These bricks that you're seeing there, they are being cut. She has the machine to cut the brick. She figured it out how to make sure that they are circle and round, because some of these are designers and development. It's looking like outdated, but it's coming. Tourists want more cultural stuff. There's a lot of things that people are learning in between as you develop your ideas, whatever you do on the ground. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be that expensive. And there's so many projects that are supporting the diaspora. Don't forget, some of you diaspora on there, remember you have the Voodoo project, right? I mentioned it later. Check on my videos that we discussed. That was a 3-day discussion, how you can even get the funds to help somebody on the ground to do this kind of a business. So it's up to you, diasporans, to start imagine how can you do it. All you need is to just get organized, bring your skills. You know what it is about. We need to share those skills. Our people need these skills from us, from them, and you can do it from the diaspora. And why I can see here a lot of people conversing here, talking about. Yes, I can see. Wonderful. Go, Rachel. Change your generation. Yes, we have our generation. We are all the same area.
Thank you, Malim.
Here. And Rachel, keep it up. The good work. Thank you so much for mentioning that, Ruth. And I don't know what that she meant. And then we have quite a lot of comments here. And Elizabeth is saying here, great work you're doing. Interested. If you're interested to get in contact with her, definitely I've shared there with you the email. That's the email to reach to her, to get to know how to go to the travel hotel and get to see how you can even be part of it, or bring your guests. Some of us have guests who have been working, and we have a tourism group. We also have so many projects. We have a tourism group, and we are all gathering our friends, because all the time they ask us, when are we going to this Africa? Bring us Africa. And you go like, oh my God, where do I start from? Do I take them there? Do I take them? So we have Rachel here preparing our package. Bring them to the real traditional. Show them the way life is, the way life was, the way it is right now. Because at the end of the day, it's about adjusting our way of thinking. The mindset around here of the European is also quite different, and you're bringing these changes around to also make a difference for the future generation. So the last topic here that I wanted to cover is how to sustain the support network. The support network, I believe, is something very important. That who is around you, and the systems that are around you, which are supporting you to reach to one goal to another. How to sustain that support network?
Yeah, I think, it's good to really explore in ways of really building the social capital, and the people who you depend on, or who maybe depend on you with the work. So it's more of the respect and trust. Yeah, the best thing, I think people want also to be given the chance to be trusted. Because sometimes, we can complain and say, I don't want anything to do with doing what in Africa. And it's legit complaints. I sent my money, it was eaten. I was told that a house is being built. I didn't find a house and what. But let's find avenues of restoring this trust. Yeah, let's talk openly with the people. Let's engage the people and tell them what our fears are. Yeah, like at the beginning, people were not so friendly. Some were like, if you work there, first of all, she has to see the pictures and see your work before she pays, which is true. I mean, and I tell them, before somebody starts the work, I tell them, I am not on the ground. I will depend on technology. You can either, if you have a smartphone, you can be making the pictures yourself and showing me where you have reached with the work. when you're expecting payment at the end of the day, then just show me the work you've done for the day and I pay you. But most of the people now, we trust each other. They don't even ask for deposit or something. They want it to the end of the week or end of the month, because when you're doing all this, you also introduce things like the culture of saving. You talk to them. This money, if it is a daily wage, it can be really small. And definitely, if they take it all, they run to just buy something. So when will they save? But you see, some now, because they get this money, they come and they know at the end of the month, nobody is running away with their money. Yeah, it's building that trust. So once they know that, they are trusting, and it is also helping them. They are saving. Some even let me deduct, the ones who are going to work longer, they let me retain a little bit and say, just put it for me aside. I will need it in January for my children's school fees.
Wow.
Which is good, but it has taken building these trust relationships. Technology has helped, I tell them it's not that I want to control you with the pictures, but I'm not there to see what you have done. People understand. It's not a big problem. Yeah. And people who are genuine and they're the ones you're looking for, they don't have a problem with that. Because why would somebody not want you to get pictures of the work they're telling you they're doing if they're not confident about their work? But nowadays people sometimes even, I just say, oh my, I wish they could send a bit less pictures, because my WhatsApp is collapsing at times. I come and it's full, because from this side, everybody has sent their pictures, and then it's like, okay, you wanted pictures, have it. But again, it's not everybody who has a smartphone. So in every area where I'm working, one of the things I invested in is a smartphone for work. Yeah, and a line and bundles. So they know they don't have to use, it's not on them because it's me who wants it. So they don't have a reason not to actually send the pictures, because there's a working phone. So basically that's how I try to keep the networks, keep the fire burning, keep the people entertained, keep the people, they keep me busy, I keep them busy. And but I will say it's fun. At the end of the day, it's so much fun. I have also learned so many skills from there, because remember, when the people come, somebody can be coming as a brick maker, but they tell you that they have a special skill. Like now I'm learning, there is one who told me, actually by profession, I'm very good at massage. Yeah, I'm very good at using traditional herbs for relieving pain. Yeah, especially people who have problems on the joints. So he just told me, I have seen you have a spa concept, you have a massage table here. If you want, I can massage people, especially on the joints, because a lot of people are suffering from the knees, from the ankles. I don't know from where,
Wow.
Yes, age also is catching up, and so you
I'm
discover
looking at my
people with
package
skills.
when I come. I'm looking
Yeah,
at my package, how it will look like
yeah.
when we come to these
Yes.
places.
So people express themselves. They tell you skills that they know. Some tell you of how to put whatever you can rub. Like I was being told the other day, somebody had made a really nice bag out of just simple goat skin, but it did not smell at all. Why? He knows the herbs to remove the smell
Smell.
completely. So you see, now we can tap a lot into the organic market when it's
Yes,
still
as much as we are bringing our skills in, there's also so much to
exactly.
learn from
Yeah.
the other side. And
Yeah.
I can remember we have this topic where they say when we go back home to, don't be so naive and too knows it all. There's so
No.
much also to learn from the
Yeah.
ground, because they have been
Absolutely.
surviving with of course,
Absolutely.
a
Yes.
supporting network. And I also
Yeah.
have not to underestimate the payments, the method of
Mm,
payment have
mm,
advanced.
mm.
You can do so you don't have to pay manually. You have the M-Pesa, you can do it from a
Yes.
distance. So the
Yeah.
ease of this system around to support your
System.
businesses have been very much
Yeah.
eased up. in some of the countries. So if you're from
Yes.
Kenya, I don't know what you're waiting. Mine, I'm already going. I'm really
Yes.
gonna be
Sure.
starting now after having motivated with
Yeah.
it. So we are already going already 1 hour. I can see a lot. Everybody who has some questions, this is the best time to answer, because now we are winding up, where Rachel will tell us where to find her. Let me see where you are. Let me know what you have, any question. I can see somebody there want to contact with you if you want to sell. There somebody
No
was
problem.
selling something. Yes, it's a marketplace here. You can start putting your offers around. I can see somebody from them. I'm in touch with the Zambia Daily. Okay, that one I had said that earlier. Oh yes, yeah, I get it. I sell kitenge. You can support you can support the speaker. Yeah,
Yeah.
why not? Reach out to her. The email is there. And if you are also, I don't know where you are, Elizabeth Muloni, let us know whether are you in Kenya or are you in diaspora, so that we know which area to connect you with. That's also very important. We are looking for entrepreneurs down on the ground. Tell us what you're doing there on the ground. Women and children boss, Rachel Mwakazi, Edward there. Well
I
done.
see.
Thank you for stopping by.
That's
Great
my
women doing.
workmate.
Oh, that's your wow. Perfect. Thank you for being here. I
Yes.
love your work, my sister, and I'm
That's my
proud of your. That's well.
That's my MP. Wow.
Your MP. Wow. Well
Yes. Yes.
done. Your people are
So
here also supporting you. I know you're a power woman. You guys in Norway, you have a very powerful woman here. I can tell you. We know her from Germany. She is just after she finished her courses. I think we were not gonna get. She's a vibrant, and we are looking forward to work with her then back as well. Our way is always there to embrace women all over Europe. Right now, it's about us diasporans. So if you have any question, I can see the comments. Thank you all of you who have dropped your comments. And if you have any question later, you can get hold of us, write to us. And if you're doing amazing work back at home, get as a diaspora. I want to get hold of you. Let me know what you're doing, what you're supporting the diaspora, so that we encourage other sisters. It's all about encouraging each other to show how things are doing. So reach out to me, and I'll be happy to also talk about your products and support as well. And if you're also on the ground, women in business, sometimes youth and women,
sorry.
if you're doing business on the ground, I'm also looking for you. I want to know what you're doing so that we can link you up with the right diaspora. And a lot of trainings are coming up very soon. A new project is being launched very soon. We'll be announcing it, but I'll tell you more about it when it gets closer, because it's all about diaspora. The time for diaspora is now. Let's be the people to support our people. Free trade is opening up. Which part can you take to support? How can you be part of this program? And we will be showing you how you can do it, because the doors are open. But our people, as you know, they need you. They're very good at what they do. But if you start telling them, start writing projects, start writing proposals, whatever, that's too much. And that's where you come in with your expertise. So, Rachel, how do you think about that, the diasporans, the skills, and the topic that I'm talking about as we close down, as I wait to hear from the others?
Okay. So first of all, to the diasporans in Germany, yes, you can really do something on the skills side. We have a phenomenal system, Ausbildung, and Made in Germany has always been a big thing. So my challenge to my fellow friends in Germany is that look into the vocational trainings. That is an opportunity. They still needed a lot of skills transfer, and people could do. I will be happy to hear that there is somebody who has programs and post and tell me, these are my Azubis I am training. I sometimes post and my Azubis when I'm showing them some of the things. So these are systems which we have learned, and we know that handwork is top quality. In Norway, in Germany, you know that hand workers are respected. All these jobs which we have shown the young people are doing. So for the people watching me from Kenya, it's about also changing the attitude, because they're not so nice to people who do these jobs like handwork. They are not taken so seriously. And we need to change that so that our youth can also be confident in what they do in this profession, so that they can get professional and want to join these causes. So I can just, as a parting shot, I can say we need to, both ways, we need to start seeing how we support each other. And for the diasporans, dream big. Don't limit your dreams to just the low-hanging fruits and overstay there. Start with the low-hanging fruits, but aim at something really scalable. Yeah, I hear the biggest problem is there are a lot of investors, but they don't have people with ideas that stretch to the millions. So here we go. Can we get together and have some innovative ideas and see what we can do? Sometimes, again, there are things you can do individually, but there are things we need each other. We need to stand together. Let's embrace platforms like Awe that are there, that bring us together, where we get like-minded people. And I have a very vibrant platform. We meet. I've seen some of my friends there, and Defense and Mwalimu Nelly, and it's about getting together, to do things collectively. Some of these investments, in order to beat big competition and in order to participate in the trade for Africa, we need this togetherness. So I will just tell you, let's embrace Ubuntu. Yeah, you are because I am because you are. Thank you, Joy. Volume.
Yes, that was very powerful. I think it's reached to the diaspora where they need it, and you are one of the diaspora who's doing amazing work. Also here we have a lot of big network of African women doing amazing work, and Awe is leading in this opening platform for you. And right now, very soon we'll be opening a place for sharing the skills, as you say, to connect the diaspora and back home and see where are we, and monitoring. And when we work together, that's the way to reach out to these opportunities that are here. These are investors who are looking at opportunities, and we can magnify better projects, because we need to go to the next level to compete with the other countries.
Yes.
And diaspora are the keys. The diaspora key. And Awe is not sleeping. Check out on the next program. Rachel, you're also part of it as well, where we'll be sharing with the skills and knowledge. I can see here Karogo is saying something very important there. I will read this out very shortly, so that as we close, leave us your comments as well. We like your contribution. You want to participate. This is a discussion here. So the future for the world is in Africa, and placing ourselves strategically well will mean so much to us. Africa has manpower and skill. We need to shove our politicians aside, and we will change our lovely Africa. I love that. I love that statement.
Yes.
Well stated.
Thank you.
Stop pointing at the politicians. What do they have to do with the business? They are not the one doing the work at the ground. You are the one to do that work at the ground. And right now, people and organizations are ready to partner with businesses, and I know the aid is good, but we want businesses that are moving things to change the economy of Africa. These small mama mbogas, they're there, and we have to really scale them up as diaspora with our knowledge to lead to and we are leading there, and people are ready to get there. But you diasporan, we know you're really, really busy with your lifestyle in Europe. But please be sparing some time for our continent, especially from people where you come from. The other day, somebody was telling me, "Oh, do you know the avocados in Moranga, where I come from, are the best in the market, the best in the world, and yet they only fall down. We ate so much of that." And how do we trap these opportunities? But we can only do it when we work together. And Awe is leading in this. Trust me. I am not sleeping. Very soon you'll be hearing a big announcement coming up, and don't be left out. Thank you so much to all our listeners. We love you. I'll be here again. I'll targeting the diaspora and people and the women in business on the ground, and men and the youth. These are the people I'm targeting. reach out to me. And our website, as I've mentioned, is africanwomenineurope.eu. That's where to find us. And you can also email us info@africanwomenineurope. But before I give out my address here, I need you to also keep our Rachel email her as well. That's the email. You can check it later. You can freeze it when you watch this video is recorded. We are on YouTube right now. You're on my Awe page, and you're also on Awe African Women in Europe page as well. You can share this video. Let's reach a lot of diaspora as much as you can. Check out on her, and you can find also this beautiful guest house, guys. I want to be on that bed, don't you? And also have and do my grill, my chicken, just peacefully quiet. You can imagine the atmosphere, and then sit on this lovely, lovely cushion. Look at the view, that it's amazing. So to get to that as well, you can you can also reach at and check at Airbnb. They are there, the Airbnb. That's where to find that. So I'll put that. We put also the link here as well on the chat, so that you can find the Airbnb directly. Maybe Rachel, you can do that later, so that people can access it directly instead of looking for it, because the Airbnb quite, and it's open for all the guests. Anyone, and if you're in Nairobi, you want a break for running away from your family, quiet, no stress. That's the place. And you can hear there's a massage guy there. Hey, I'm coming. I'll be there. So thank you so much for coming. Very grateful that you made this opportunity to come here and talk about your product. I am so happy myself to meet you, to find you again finally. And you guys don't want to know how much our conversation to recover the 10 years has been amazing. Spending hours and hours talking. We can't get enough of each other. And I told her, let's broadcast it so that also the other people can share with you. Thank you so much for coming. And I'm also going to do, if you have just one sentence, that powerful sentence to send to my diaspora women who are struggling, who are having a hard time during COVID-19. And it's here in Europe, this lockdown again. People are losing jobs as much as home. Everybody is crying for you. The other day we had one diaspora who had demand was too much at home and decided to kill herself. How can you give support, because you're also dealing with a lot of diasporans in different, not only African, also other cultures. How can we give them one statement to also to empower them for today, and how to distract yourself? I know you have told us you can start looking for African business, what you can support, go to the Voodoo Project. That's true. But let's give us one statement for that. Thank you.
Okay, what I can just say, first of all, a lot of people are going through so much. Please reach out. Yeah, you're never alone. Actually, for me, you can even write to me on email. I will be happy to talk to people, to get to in contact, that we can see how we can help each other through this difficult situation. And then I will just advise you, if you have your dream, just begin where you are. Don't waste this crisis. We still have a few more weeks until 2020 is over, so there is power in confessing positive things. So stop confessing that 2020 is a terrible year, it should end. Just start saying that you're going to finish it strong, because for sure, from your lips to God's ears, and you're going to end it strong. We are there for you. Awe encourages a lot of people. You can reach out there. You can reach out to me. I will be there to support you and share some of my insights, and also hear from you and how we can just together move forward. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your time that you have been you really engaged with us in the conversation here, and I'm looking forward to another discussion. We have a lot to discuss. That was just the I said. We still have a lot to discuss about what empowering women here, and a lot of empowerment is needed around diaspora. And once you're empowered, just get going. There's so many, there's no one waiting. There's no time. There's no time. The time is now. The time for trial area is gone. It's exactly now. Thank you so much for that. And for you listeners who are here And thank you for your time. I want to remind you as well, check on our app. Yes, our app is already out there, and I download it. It's on iOS. It's also on Android. And we'll be having our conversation because at the end of this story, the idea of having the Awe app is to having our own area of communication where you're not controlled what you say, and you can share with anyone you want at whatever group you want. So we have a lot of groups in that, and I'll be coming back again to share with you. And we encourage you to do so. And it's 19.99 to really get to 99 euro 99 for a lifetime membership, and you can find it on your app. Another thing you need to remember, we have our awards, and if you like Rachel, and Rachel, you should be applying for the awards. I don't remember if you left us with awards. You are doing amazing work. We have to recognize women who are doing growth. Our awards applications are now ready. They're open. Check out on our website, www.africanwomenineurope. That's where to find about our awards and how you can apply them. And it's very simple. We have categories. I talked about it last Friday. The video is still on. Check on it. Nominate somebody who's doing great work. It's important to acknowledge. And we don't have to wait for somebody to nominate you. Nominate yourself. Okay. And if you don't, we are going to nominate you anyway. So we understand the situation, how it is, and we acknowledge your work. That's what we do. And you can see we have a big group. That was the last Awe Award. Women really had a good time. Those days we were meeting face to face. We are really hoping in 2021, on 8th of May, we will be having a better solution. But right now, we cannot tell you whether we'll be virtual or real. We will leave it open. Right now, we are taking application and nominations, and we really need you to nominate somebody who is doing well. And why we are having this kind of conversation here, we have our sponsor. Remitly is a money transfer company. Check on them as well. We have a special link, and I'll be sharing with you here how to get yourself to send money home. Right now, we are sending a lot of money. But if you're a new person, you have 3 times to send money for free on that particular link. Feel free to use that link to send money at home. It has given to us as African women in Europe, as much as we are talking to you here, to give you those opportunity to send money, and it's really good. And sometimes when you are a very active member, you're also given free options in between to get to send money with no transfer fee. And they're everywhere in Africa. Kenya, they're there, and check out on them, and they're there for your support, and as well as supporting your activities and remittance money we are sending back home as well. And thank you so much. And as well, don't forget our book. Our book is still there. Rachel just received hers. Yes, we have the Awe book. It's here, and we are always looking forward to give you copies. We are selling that as well. It's still there. Check on our website, www.africanwomenineurope. That's where to find the book and read about the stories. 11 women wrote about their stories, about how they came to Europe, because some of us, we don't say how it is, and it's time to talk about the truth, what it is, how we face it. We come with big dreams, things go down, but we polish ourselves, we pull ourselves up and get to good positions at the end of the day. So grab yourself the Awe book as well. So I want to thank you all, and I'm hoping to see you again next Friday with another guest talking about great work within us. And so I want to leave you with our information about how to download the app so that you have an idea how to do it. And I'll see you next week as usual. And as I always say, together we are strong. See you next Friday, and have a good weekend. Thank you, everyone who's listening. And bye-bye, Rachel.
Bye-bye. Now I go and read this.